And we should be live. I'm going to YouTube to make sure I am. My channel. And yep, we're up.
Okay.
So let me copy the link real quick to post up in Discord. Oh, shell. There it is. Copy. Not Twitter. Discord. Come on. Hold up. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess I'm ready now.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. This is going to be episode 2 of Goals Redefined with Sassy Atheist.
Hello.
Dear God, this is gonna suck. If you remember the last episode, which albeit was a good while ago.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, about
Bethany and what's her name?
Kristen.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
They are both extremely religious, but also seem to ignore the parts of the Bible where it says they can't teach because, they're women.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic about that. They like to know every little detail about your life so that they know exactly how to shame you. All to believe in God. Yeah, you got a life for Jesus and shame for God. On that note, let's get into hell.
Okay. So this chunk of questions is called expectations. Oh boy. Okay, the first question is, do you have a personal timetable for marriage? If so, what is it?
Nope, I'm not even seeing anyone.
Second question. What are expectations about situations where one of us might be alone with someone of the opposite sex?
I have enough control to, well, I'm not gonna try to fuck anyone of the opposite gender if I'm not alone with them. I'm not Mike Pence. I can control my dick.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Yeah, it's all about self-control, and apparently they
Don't have that.
Okay. On to the next one. What type of education are you hoping that your future wife will have?
Man, I just hope she knows the difference between 222 and they and they'll. And can spell. Dear God, have proper grammar. That's all I ask.
Yep.
Have a high school graduation. Have a GED. Have a college graduation. I don't care so long as you can spell correctly. That's all I ask.
Okay. Next one. List the 5 most important characteristics of a wife for you personally.
Honesty, loyalty, funny, smart, just easy to get along with.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, that's
um,
mainly just the honesty and loyalty part. Mainly just those two.
yeah, gotta have those in relationship because if you don't, then it's.
Oh, I know, personal experience.
Yeah. Um, Next one. List any characteristics of or personality traits that would bother you or irritate you in a wife. Oh.
Um, cheating, dishonesty, not being able to spell, um,
Uh,
hyper religious, like these two people.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Next one. How are tasks shared in the home? Cleaning, cooking, washing dishes, yard work, car upkeep, repairs, shopping for food, and household stuff.
As far as the outdoor stuff, I'd say the guy, just because it's more physically demanding, and on average, since we're a sexually dimorphic species, men are stronger, they can kind of do it easier. As for literally anything inside the house, 50-50. Just
Yeah. But yeah,
if
exactly.
your significant other is busy or tired or whatever, do do something else. Hey, you have some laundry. I'll get that for you. Or hey, honey, I see you're cooking. I'll do the dishes for you. Just try to split it up. Just be considerate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's I don't know why that's a question. I know what they want. They want the men do all the outside work and the women do all the domestic housework.
Yep, because in the
I know
Bible
that's
and
their
the
answer.
yeah, in the Christian world, the women are the housekeepers
Homekeepers.
and do everything, and then the men go out and work and earn the money.
Yeah.
Next question. What are the expectations for togetherness?
I don't understand. I don't quite understand the question.
I don't maybe they are wondering if like do when like when you when they're to when you, like you're together with your your partner, do you expect for you to talk a lot or to spend time together a lot, or I don't know that I don't know what you never know with these two, so I
Okay. I'm just gonna assume it's if you're literally in the same room together. Just spend some time with each other.
yeah.
I don't care if we're talking. I don't care if we're completely silent, watching a movie, or texting each other from the other side of the room from one another. Just try to enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, I don't know what they want, what they expect for someone to say, but I don't know.
Neither do I. They worded the question so poorly.
And they could have given like examples to back up their question, to make it more clear.
Something.
Oh, anyway, so the next question is, what is an ideal non-special evening? What the heck does that have to do with
Just
trying
watch
to?
TV with each other. I don't fucking know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. On to the next chunk of questions, which is conflict. What makes you angry?
Lack of lack of grammatical correctness. I'm a grammar Nazi, okay? Grammar is important to me.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's clear that it's important to you. Um, how do you handle your frustration or anger?
I bottled it up, and then I just, whenever it comes out, I go to sleep. Oh, I'll play a video game and shoot some zombies in the face. Some zombies or aliens in the face, because that's fucking awesome. Or play Prototype, because in Prototype, you get to eat people. You get to consume people and wear their skins.
Oh
That is
my god.
fucking awesome. You can consume people.
god, you're crazy.
No, it's just a really fun game.
Okay. The next question. Who should bring up an issue that is bothersome?
What the fuck
Huh?
do they mean? Who should? If you have an issue with something, you bring it up. Otherwise, it doesn't get resolved. What do they think? Do they think men and women are just perpetual children?
I don't know, but that's such a stupid question.
I'm seriously. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they're not fucking retarded. But then they ask shit like that, and it makes me think they're fucking retarded. Bethany and Kristen? Kristen. Yeah, sure. That one. Bethany and the other one.
Yeah.
You're fucking retarded deficits. I hope you know that. God damn.
Stop laughing. Oh, I'm getting all teary-eyed. Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay. The next question is what if we disagree both about what should be done, whether it is serious?
Compromise. You compromise. If you can't compromise, you either agree to just completely avoid the subject, or you actually sit down and talk about how to handle it. Do we split up? Do handle it like fucking adults.
And the next one is, will we go to bed angry at each other? That's it. Will we go to bed angry at each other? How do you?
I don't know. What's the context? Was there an argument beforehand? Is there a severe disagreement? What happened? I don't know. If I could avoid going to bed angry at my significant other, I would like to take it. But I know realistically, sometimes that isn't gonna happen. Sometimes I'm gonna go to bed angry at the person. Sometimes they're gonna go to bed angry at me. We're human, motherfuckers.
That's the reality. The last question of this chunk is, what is our view of getting help from friends or counselors?
Well, I don't know, Bethany, or the other one. I don't know what your views on it all. Maybe if you worded the question a bit better, I could answer it, but I don't know your views on it, and I don't much care.
Okay, now we're on to the really good chunk of questions, Lee.
Oh no.
This chunk of questions called Past Sins and Confessions.
Oh no.
Are you a virgin? If not, please explain.
No. I put my penis inside of my ex-fiance, and that is how I lost my virginity. I don't know what else they want me to say. Do they want me to explain how it happened? Or where it happened? Or... Because I'm not going to. I actually regret fucking my ex-fiance.
Next question. Did you ask forgiveness of your partner?
I'm sorry, was that an underhanded insult?
This is a question. Did you ask forgiveness of your partner? That's the second question.
And I'm trying to figure out if that's an underhanded insult. Are they trying to? God damn, they're a bunch of bitches.
Honestly, I don't ask for forgiveness. If I did something wrong to my partner, well, okay, depending on what I did or said, I'll maybe ask, can you forgive me or what? But how they worded it sounds like, did you ask? you repent and ask, like you're obligated to ask for forgiveness, or else I don't know. I don't know.
Just following the last question, it's like okay, we know you all disappointed them. Did you ask for forgiveness for disappointing them? Like, that is such an underhanded insult. Jesus.
It's just, I'm gonna go on to the next question. Oh God, oh God, you're gonna like this one, Lee. You're gonna like this one. What were you / are you involved with any of the following? Number 1, constant thoughts about sex. 2, masturbation. 3, homosexuality. 4, pornography. 5, X-rated video games or videos, internet sites.
Am I in love with them?
No, were you or / are you involved with any of the following?
Involved.
Yeah, involved.
Yeah. I'm a human being that experiences sexual urges. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what.
They know, because to them,
I know
obviously they think
it's a massive sin. You can't ring that devil's doorbell.
they think that masturbation is a sin, homosexuality is a sin, pornography is a sin, X-rated films, video games,
Yeah, and
etc.
I don't understand how masturbation is a sin, because it's literally just pleasuring yourself. Homosexuality, I don't understand how that's a sin, because it's literally just, hey, I love this person and they happen to be the same. I'm sexually attracted to this person. They happen to have the same bits as me. And then with pornography, it's consenting adults agreeing to be recorded for other people to jack off to. I don't get how that's a sin. If that's a sin, me agreeing to go to work on engines to get paid for is a sin, because I'm agreeing to do a service for someone else.
Well, when when as a Christian, and
Adultery, all that. I know. I don't get it, but I know.
When you do masturbation or you watch something, you're thinking of, in their view, you're thinking of lust. It's lust, and the devil is having you think of impure thoughts, and etc. etc.
Wait, hold on. If the devil is making me think something, then I don't have free will about the thing. Can they can't even keep their own free will argument consistent for their own God, and now they can't even do it for their own imaginary enemy. Jesus fucking Christ, people. Is
Hey,
it self-consistency? Is it so hard to ask for?
yeah, I used to be, obviously, I used to be a Christian, so I know the reasons behind most of these
Same.
things, so I can answer. So, yeah, it's inconsistent.
Same. I was a Southern Baptist.
You're taught that, you're taught that, the devil, you have free will, God gave you free will, but it's the devil's, or it's kind of both of your fault for allowing the devil to make you do something. So you're both to blame, basically, and that's just stupid. That's stupidity.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next, and it goes along with I think the questions that I just mentioned. If you were involved in any of those activities but are not now, why did you stop? If you are still involved, are you willing to seek outside counsel?
Well, I'm not involved with masturbation right now because I'm wearing pants.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh my god, Lee.
I'm not involved with watching porn because I'm talking with someone for my YouTube channel. and I still have to drive home, which is like 2 hours away. So that, I don't know. Would I be willing to seek counsel for that? No, because there's nothing wrong with watching porn or jacking off. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a normal human bodily process. You get sexual urges, you want to get rid of them. Porn is it's just a nice help. Because I'm sorry, it's easier to get off if you're watching if you're watching a porn star you find attractive, fucking someone else or another porn star you find attractive, than just using your imagination. It's easier to get off, plain and simple.
Yeah. Yeah. The next question is, how do you plan to keep you and your loved one from falling into sexual sin prior to marriage?
What the fuck even is sexual sin? Because
Oh, what? This
according
is what we're talking
according to them, I have sexual sin. I'm into BDSM.
about.
I'm a sub. That's a sexual sin because I'm not the one taking control. So I don't know. Because even if we get married, I'm still committing some sort of sin because I'm not the one on top. I I don't get sexual compatibility is a huge part of marriage. If you're not sexually compatible, but you have a high sex drive, you both have a high sex drive, but you're not sexually compatible, it's not gonna work. It's gonna cause issues.
Yep.
As much as they hate to say it, sex before marriage is it's an important thing if you both have a high libido. If neither of you particularly care about sex, fine. Not all that important.
Yeah.
But if both of you have a high libido, sexual compatibility is a massive part of any relationship.
Yeah.
Especially if you're looking to get it serious and looking at marriage. Because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you have a high libido and one of you doesn't have a high libido, that's going to cause issues. If both of you have high libidos but you're not sexually compatible, that's going to cause issues.
Yeah. So like my views on it is like I don't judge like people's private life. I mean, but like personally for me, like, I think that, I don't care if someone has, sex before marriage or after, whatever, but I think it should be done with someone that you're with, and not just a one night stand. But that's just my personal opinion, but I won't judge anyone for doing one night stands. But I personally disagree with one night stand. That's like
I
my
mean, yeah, that's fine.
yeah. But
Jesus.
everyone's different, and Bethany and Kristen think that they're better than anyone else because they're of their religion and yes, whatever. Okay, this is the last question of the entire list. Okay.
Woohoo.
Is there anything in your past that I would be surprised by if I found out?
I used to get in fights a lot.
Yeah, is there anything in your past that I would be surprised by if I found out? Like,
Yeah.
is there any?
I used to get in a lot of fights. I used to not be a pacifist. I actually used to be I'm a pacifist through your face. Um, I don't. Um, I thought M Night at one point. I thought M Night Shyamalan was a good director.
I guess they want to like assume that someone like their partner did something like just horrible.
Of course they did. They're hyper religious. They exist, therefore they are depraved human beings who must have done awful, abhorrent shit. I'm sorry, Bethany and the other one. That's not how humans work. We're not in some tiny, tiny little dichotomy of oh and fucking modal. That's not how shit works. It's just not.
Yeah,
Like,
but
people can be good and do some bad things. People can be bad and do some good things. So
exactly.
I don't know what they're asking. Something to be ashamed of. I don't know.
Yeah, and
The most I can say is I used to get in a lot of fights, and when I was in second grade, no, not second. I wasn't even in second grade yet. I was in pre-K. I made a terroristic threat to the preschool teacher. I didn't even know what the fuck I was saying. I threatened to bring a gun. I threatened to bring my dad's gun and shoot him. I did not know what a gun did. I didn't even really comprehend what a gun even was. Just I had anger issues. My dad was a cop. He had a gun. I was a stupid little brat. It's not like it was a threat. Cops were called. My dad ended up showing up and he whooped my fucking ass. Um, in uniform. That was fun.
oh my god.
There's actually still a picture of him grabbing me by the back of my neck after that whooping at that daycare center. Hey, Badger. Like I was a stupid snot-nosed brat. I didn't know it was wrong. I didn't know it was bad to say that. It was just, hey, he's a fucking little shit. I don't know what else they want me to say. Unless okay, I told Omnipius at one point, like 5 accounts ago, fucking kill yourself. He was saying, hey, the Holocaust was a good thing. Genocide is a good thing. It's being done out by the people of the correct faith. I'm a Jew. Yes, I'm an atheist, but race-wise, I'm a Jew. That upset me a good bit because he was saying, hey, my people deserved to be needlessly slaughtered because religion.
Yeah,
It pissed me off. I told him to kill himself. Yeah, it was a bad thing to do. Shouldn't have said it. But I did. I meant it. Hell, I still mean it. Omnipius, fucking kill yourself, you piece of shit. But I mean, it's not like I go around telling people that. I don't. Yeah, I don't know what they're really asking for.
yeah. Personally, like I agree. I mean, I think it's important. Like when you're in a relationship, I think it's important to talk about your past, but like if they're but you're not obligated to tell them everything single thing you've done wrong in the past. That is just totally wrong to think that someone else is obligated to confess what they're ashamed of, or or what they're not ashamed of but they did wrong, or I just Well, those are the end of the questions, but I do want to say one thing though. They came out with their third book that's called.
They have 3 of them?
Yes, three of them, 3 books out. Okay, the first one I read 2 of them when I was a Christian. I used to follow these girls, so don't make fun of me. But I did. I used.
Oh no, you're being ruthlessly mocked.
Hey, anyway, so the first book is called is Girl Defined, and it talks about God's design for beauty, femininity, and identity, and so on, so on. And the second one is about
Wait, hold on. Here's God's design. Women, get on your knees, worship your man, and let them fuck you whenever you want, and you'll be beautiful. There we go. I just summed up the entire book without ever reading it.
Their second book is called Love Defined, a God design for love, sex, and some like relationship or something else.
Wait, hold on. A God designed for?
Love defined. God's design for love.
Oh, okay. I misheard you. I was thinking, wait, did they just design their own God for that? I think they're delving into heathenry.
No.
Well, they all delving into heathenry. They're women trying to teach men, or teaching the Bible. They don't have that authority. Second Timothy, I believe.
Yeah, and Timothy. Yeah.
Moreover, God's designed for sex. Hey guys, put your dick in a woman's vagina. There we go. Love.
Yeah, and this.
Worship me.
Guess
There we
what their
go.
third book is called?
Masturbation is wrong.
No, well, we probably have it in there somewhere in the pages, but no. The book is called Discover Sex, Purity, and the Longings of a Girl's Heart. Discover God's design for sex and purity. Lee? Are you okay?
No, I think I just had an aneurysm. Okay, so basically what they're saying is anything past missionary is just evil or sinful or something like that. What if you don't like missionary position? What if vanilla sex can't get you off? I don't.
It says right here, discover God's design for sex and purity.
And what if it's wrong?
It is wrong because God was.
For instance, like I've already said, I'm in BDSM. I'm a sub. If I'm not tied down, I physically cannot get off in sex. Did God design me wrong? I mean, that would kind of contradict the whole perfect nature bullshit of it. But I mean, I don't. Do these two girls know anything about how anything works?
Well, according to their beliefs, I mean, no, not really. You know what's interesting is that they have their own YouTube channel, and they also have their own blog, and they have their.
I know. Don't mind me, please.
I'm wondering if, because they have a lot of blog posts, and they have they have them under categories, like a big chunk of the different blog posts are about femininity, one's about gender, one's about dating and such. I was wondering, do you want to do a whole list, like a playlist of reacting to Girl Define?
I would like to, but I don't know how to get it to where I could play a video and it not deafen everyone because of reverberation. I'm not good with editing. I'm actually quite shit at editing. If you notice, that's why all of my videos are live streamed.
Well, yeah,
because it's the only way I know how to do it.
Well, I'm at okay. I'm looking at one of their blog posts, and the thing is called purity is so much more than a list of rules.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Full
Yeah,
stop.
and sometimes
You
there
follow
is
the rules, you're pure. You don't follow the rules, you're unpure. It's literally a list of rules. I don't. What are they? What? Oh my god. Do they share a brain cell?
like, okay, so I'm gonna read a bit from this post was written by Bethany, because some of the posts are written by both, some are written by just one of them, and you get the gist. She goes on to say, I was that girl, the girl who grew up in church, saved sex for marriage, wrote letters to her future husband, and tried to do all the right things a good church girl should do. In fact, I even saved my first kiss for marriage. Check, 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 check. I was marketing off the boxes that a pure girl should check off. I was following the rules and being pure. Looking back on my 30 years of life, I see a stark contrast in the way that I used to view the concept of purity to the way that I view it right now. As much as I hate admitting this, I was and still am at times a rule follower and a phrasey. I was a girl saying to God,
A crazy?
I was the girl saying to God, God, look how I love you. I follow all these rules and I'm pure. I so wanted to do all the right things that I often lost God in the midst of it. I often did things for the sake of my own name and reputation rather than for the name and glory of God. That's just a tidbit of this just one blog post.
So she followed rules to stay pure. She
Yeah.
realized, oh, I'm not. There are some rules that aren't written down, so I'm not pure. But I still want to be pure, so I need to follow more rules. Is she an idiot?
I mean, she first, like, she was to follow all these rules, and then she realized that that she lost, she didn't keep God in the center and the focus of it all, and she lost sight of
So
him.
she broke a rule and became unpure. It took one paragraph. I assume one paragraph. Was that just one paragraph?
Yeah, it's a paragraph. Yeah, about a
Okay.
paragraph.
It took her one paragraph to completely contradict the title of the blog post.
Well, I'm not done
Wow,
yet. I'm not done with the blog post.
Still, it took her one paragraph to contradict the title. She is a fucking genius. Quick, get her in get her a blackboard and put her on a college university to teach religion like a I don't know, some just
Do you want to hear?
does
You
she
want to
like
hear a little bit
does she
more?
think she's like an Einstein level intellect or
Do you want to hear a little bit more?
no?
Oh, come on! There's more to this post that I think you'll find interesting.
Fine.
She goes on to say, I'll never forget the day that God did some serious heart work in my life. He helped me to see how I've been striving to measure up, to be enough, to follow the rules, to be pure as a result of my own efforts. God helped me to see the gospel in a new and fresh way. He helped me to see that He didn't die because I was good. He died because I wasn't good. He died because I needed a savior. Sounds basic.
Wait. Hold on. Is she so conceited that she thinks God Himself came down and showed her a new way to understand the Gospels, meanwhile ignoring all of the children being raped by His progeny, all of the children dying of leukemia, all of the people being murdered, all of the people dying of starvation, of dehydration? Is she that conceited? All in an effort to keep her pure, whatever the fuck that even means. This is why I hate religion. That sentiment right there is why I'm an anti-theist. Because it promotes being so fucking conceited that you basically just say, yeah, I'm better than everyone. Fuck everyone else in the world. Fuck you.
She goes on to say, instead of saving kissing for marriage because I wanted to be good enough, I saved kissing for marriage because it was a freedom that God had given me and a choice He allowed me to make. I could have saved kissing for marriage out of a desire to honor God without viewing this as a must in order to have worth and value. My heart's focus was no longer on rules, but on honoring Christ from the inside out.
So on rules. It was no longer on rules, it was just on rules.
Yeah, that's basically what it. That's what it is. When you're a Christian, it's basically do's and don'ts. That's what it. That's basically what it is. If you're a hardcore Christian, that's basically what your life is. It's a of do's and don'ts. What you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, what you can wear, what you can't wear, who you can be with, who you can't be with, how you can. It's all rules. That's all rules, and that is one of the reasons why I stopped being a Christian because I was, deep down, it really was affecting me and it was really hurting me that I was getting so overwhelmed with feeling guilty if I felt something that was against what God said, and it affects people whether we realize it or not. If they're a hardcore Christian and they believe everything in the Bible, it's gonna affect you.
Yeah, but these two, God, they make like the stereotypical blonde look smoked. Fuck. Like the stereotypical joke blonde. They make them look smoked. How? How do you do that on accident? Or purpose? I'm not even. I don't know if they're just playing a. I don't know if they're playing characters. They're just being really, really fucking stupid, or not. I don't know.
You're gonna find this incredibly stupid. She says, I think it's so incredibly sad that we as Christians demean God's good gift of sex in the name of purity. Many Christians have been scared into saving sex for marriage because they've been told that sex is bad and terrible. No, sex isn't bad or terrible. Sex is wonderful in the right context. God created sex.
So in most contexts, it's bad and terrible.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. If it's not done in marriage, it's wrong.
Congratulations, whichever one wrote this, Bethany or the other one. You were toted. God, God damn it! Why did I agree to this torture?
Hey, you knew what you were getting yourself into because
Which is why I asked, why did I agree? Oi.
oh my god, they have another blog post that's labeled "Lust is a girl problem too."
Wait, hold on. What?
Lust is a girl problem too.
Yeah. Females are also humans who can experience sexual desires. I don't know if they know that. But sometimes they also really want sex. Congratulations, whichever one wrote this. You have just discovered human sexuality.
The other blog post that's labeled is called "Resisting the Seduction of Our Sexualized World." Are you okay? Are you okay, Lee?
Nope.
Oh my god, that's, and then I'm just scrolling through, just the blog post, and it's just some of these are just, oh. This one is called. Hold on, I missed it. Where is it? Dang it! Promoting godly manhood in the midst of toxic masculinity.
Uh-huh.
Godly manhood, in my opinion, is basically toxic masculinity. It is toxic masculinity.
And I would have to disagree because I've yet to find a definition of toxic masculinity that really defines it. Anything past aggression, which aggression is not inherently bad. I've yet to find a good definition for it.
All
And
the
because of
time,
that, I reject it as a notion. If I can find a good definition for it, hey, yeah, sure, I would be willing to accept this is a thing.
yeah,
But
I mean, it's kind of, it's not completely like toxic, but I've seen it, other people, like you said, I haven't seen like the exact definition or like the truth of it. So I think people are making it or using it and then putting their own meaning to it, like
I,
adding their.
yeah, and because there's no agreed upon usage of it. Anything they don't like that a man does can be described as toxic masculinity.
Okay, yeah, okay,
I
that's
don't, and I
okay.
don't. Because of that, I tend to just reject it because it doesn't. It's not. I mean, that's not how definite. You can't just say this is the thing I don't like. Therefore, that. I mean, if I found a good definition that I see at least a group of people using, like agreed upon using it as that, I would be more than willing to say this is okay. Fine, I will agree. This is a case of toxic masculinity or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it all over online. How people, like women, like they defined it, and they talk about like what masculinity is, and but when I look it up, I don't really see anything.
Yeah, that's my issue with that whole tone.
Yeah.
It's the same with like microaggressions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a way to shut down any discussion because oh, my fifis got hurt.
Um. Oh God. Oh no.
Oh shit! Oh no, that's bad.
Oh no.
Okay, let me hear
uh,
it. See if I want to
uh,
kill myself.
okay, so I don't know if you know this, but Bethany had got married, not too long ago, and we all know that she was, being pure until marriage. So she did a blog post that is called "Was Being a Virgin on My Wedding Night Awkward?" I gotta read this. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah,
I've
I can imagine. Probably would be awkward, especially since especially if your husband is also a virgin and
He
you all
is.
have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
She starts it off.
The first time you have sex is always awkward. That's one of the few things that I can say is just an objective truth to reality.
She starts it off by saying, "I was a 30-year-old virgin on my wedding night. That isn't a shock to any of you who followed my story. In fact, many of you sent me emails and DMs before I got married asking me if I was nervous about the wedding night. Today, I want to answer the dozens of emails and DMs I've received since getting married. It seems like most of you want to know if being a virgin my wedding night was awkward. I'm going to answer as honestly as possible. My hope is that some of your fears and concerns with the wedding night can ease up a bit through my story. I'm not a sex expert in any way. I've been married for 6 months, and I'm not a pro, whether a pro even is. First off, I want to start by saying this.
Okay,
Who
so no,
says?
so Piper Perry, she is not. Got it.
She says, who says you have to have sex on your wedding night? Sex is so much more than a wedding night experience. The pressure others put on newlyweds is ridiculous. For crying out loud, let's give newlyweds a break. They have their entire lives to enjoy it. There's no reason to feel pressured into doing everything the first night. If a couple is tired from the entire day, they just had the biggest day of their lives. They should feel the freedom to relax and go to sleep. Okay, first off, I haven't heard of there being a pressure being put on newlyweds.
Neither have I.
I
The
mean,
most pressure I can say I've heard of is, hey, can you financially support yourselves? Hey, great. That's it. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I never heard of there being so-called a pressure on newlyweds. Anyway, continuing on, she says, I personally think newlyweds would enjoy the honeymoon so much more if they took the pressure off of themselves. That's exactly Dave and I did. Yes, we were excited for the honeymoon and excited to enjoy sex together, but we didn't allow each other's expectations of what that should look like to rob us of our journey and experience. We didn't.
Wait, hold on. Is she trying to say that they got married because they wanted to fuck?
um,
Is that? I'm
Hold
not
on, I gotta reread
reaching.
it again. I gotta
I'm
read it.
not reaching. I'm not trying to strawman them. As much as I disagree with them, I'm not trying to strawman them. But that genuinely sounded like what she was trying to say. And I gotta say, that's a really shitty reason to marry someone.
Yeah, she goes on to say, we did what was fun for us and comfortable for us. We didn't force ourselves to follow some timeline. We honestly just had a blast enjoying each other and exploring the sweet newness of our marriage.
Hey, sweet, fine. I'm glad the two enjoyed each other's company. I'm glad they enjoyed everything about the wedding. Fine, sweet. All more power to them.
Oh God, oh my gosh. Oh my
But
God.
if they're asking if the whole reason for marriage is to fuck each other, I'm sorry, but the relationship is not built on a good foundation.
If you're wondering why I was going, oh no, because I was reading it while I was listening to you, and oh boy, what she says next, oh my God. She says, I think that there's nothing sexier than two newlywed lovers enjoying and exploring sexual intimacy in the context of marriage. God totally
Um,
knew what he was doing when he reserved sex for marriage. Talk about romantic for the newlywed
wait,
couples.
wait, 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 wait. I have a few issues with that already. I had a few issues with the first sentence. One, the S word. Sexy, gross, I cringe. That word makes me cringe. I hate that word
It does?
so
It makes you
much.
cringe?
Yes, I hate that word. I hate it. I hate it so much. Moreover,
What about sexier?
no, anything with those, if it has those four letters in it, no, I hate it. It disgusts me. It's a visceral reaction.
Sorry.
Like, for example, my ex-fiance. One time, about to have sex, she said that word, instant. Didn't, no more desire. Lost it. I just like, nope, going to bed. Good night.
Are
Love
you
Good night.
kidding me?
No,
Because she
I
said
wish.
that you.
Yes,
Oh my God, Lee.
I hate that word so much.
What is your other problem? What's the other problems you have with what Bethany said?
God designed marriage, sex for marriage. Have they read the Bible? Adam and Eve never actually got formally married. Never said they got married. Noah and not Noah, Lot and his children, they fucked. They weren't married. Noah and his sister wife thing, whatever that situation was. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're married. One, you should never marry your sister. Two, you should never fuck your sister. Three, the entire situation sounds like it was written by a bunch of incest-fueled fucks. Four, there have been so many times within their own holy book where people raped each other and then married, or they had sex with people they weren't married to. It just, God, they don't even know their own fucking book. God damn it.
And then she goes on to say, I think that there's nothing. Oh no, sorry, never mind. I was about to read the same one. No, sorry, I almost repeated. Sorry. She says, here's. Hold on, did I miss something? Oh, say, I can tell you this for sure. Being a virgin on my wedding night was not awkward. It was the opposite. It was sweet and new, different, exciting, and filled with all the butterflies the stomach can hold. Does that mean Dave and I had sex on our first night of marriage? Maybe we did, and maybe we didn't. That's not really the point anyway.
Yes, it is. That is the whole point of this fucking thing. Did you fuck on your honeymoon night? Did you fuck on marriage night to consummate the marriage? That is the whole fucking point of this goddamn article.
Oh my God, I'm dying. If you saw my face right now, oh my gosh, I would look like a chocolate covered strawberry. Oh my. Okay, she goes on to say, sex within marriage should be the most non-awkward experience ever. Yes, it would be new, different, exciting, thrilling, clumsy, funny, and a total learning experience. But it's with a man who has entered into a covenant with you and is committed to loving you with all his life for the rest of his life.
Sure.
Oh,
sure. Fine. Whatever. Fine.
Oh, and she goes on to say, this isn't with some dude who's committed nothing to you. This isn't with some boyfriend who could leave you for a better experience or hotter body. This is your husband, the man who has given up all other potential options and has chosen you. He wants you. He desires you. He's committed to God to love you like Christ loves the church. That should be the most beautiful, safe, and secure place to enjoy intimacy for the very first time. If you want to know how I gained this mindset and went into my wedding night excited for the honeymoon, here's what I did. Oh, God. She gives a list of what she did. Oh, my God.
You know.
She gave a list of what she did. She gives a list, but apparently, oh, that's right. It's in her book. It's in the book. So you're gonna have to read her book, Lee.
No.
You don't want to read her book?
No. No.
Oh my God,
absolutely
that was
not.
So painful to read.
It was painful to listen to.
Oh my! I'm gonna go under the category of guys for the topic.
Oh fuck! Here we go. Watch them completely not understand anything. They barely understand anything about women apparently surprised women can have sexuality, guys. Don't you know? Fucking hell. Now they're gonna try to describe men. What is it? Are they gonna say sometimes men don't want sex?
I'm trying to find. I think I clicked on the wrong. No, I didn't. I was on the right one, but it didn't. How did it have to do with guys? Half of these don't have to do with guys. I don't know why it's underneath the guy category.
Hey,
Hold on.
thank you, Nadine, for subscribing.
How many people are watching? I'm not even paying attention.
4.
People probably have heard of them and don't want to. Oh! I found something. 6 misconceptions about biblical womanhood.
Yay! We can watch them completely butcher everything about the Bible.
And there's another.
Wait, actually, that does sound enjoyable. Let's do that one.
Okay, and then there's another one that's called "Is Being a Woman About More Than Getting Married and Having Babies?" Oh.
Wait, hold on. Repeat.
Is being a woman about more than getting married and having babies?
Yes, you inbred fox!
Which one you want? The other one is a video that I would have to see. But this one is
no videos, just because I don't know how to get it to walk. Just articles.
Well, then I'm just gonna start reading the "Is being a woman about more than getting married and having babies?"
Here, hold on. I'm going to screen share it. I'm gonna let you screen share. Just so we can.
How the heck do I?
Okay, when you're in Google Hangout on the left, on the far left, that green square.
Oh my god! I'm in. Go to the. Oh, never mind. I know how to do it now. Dang it. Okay, so green. Okay.
Just click that, and it should screen share you.
Don't be surprised if I can't do it. Sometimes I do not know. No, I don't want to share my status. I didn't click that. Oh boy, now I don't have to get back. No!
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
What I can.
No, there's so many. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it. If you can't, it's fine.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, and how? And tell me again how to do this, because I'm lost.
Okay, so when you are on Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
On our actual chat screen.
Okay.
That green square over to the far left. It says screen share. It's just below the chat and just a. I don't know if you have it, just because I'm.
I don't see any green. I don't see any of.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
I'm seriously. There's only the only thing that's popping up is in the right corner, which is the button to for help and feedback, and the other button which you can add someone on to the.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
My phone is weird. Sometimes it doesn't.
Oh right, I forgot you on phone. That's right.
It's on. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't do it on my computer.
Yeah, I forgot you were on a phone.
Well, do you still want me to read it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And now this is another one that's written by Bethany. If being a woman is entirely about getting married and having babies, then Kristen and I are failing miserably. This is an older post, so Bethany doesn't have a husband right now. She says, I don't have a husband, which means I don't have children. And Kristen has a husband, but God hasn't given her children yet. As most of you know.
Yeah, because she was. If I remember right, didn't she say she was struggling with infertility?
Yeah, she had a lot of
That's not the
miscarriages.
Lord. That's not the Lord not blessing the children. That's your body saying, I cannot physically do this.
She says, as most of you know, I would love to get married and Kristen would love to have children. Despite our deep desires and
Adopt! If you want children and you can't make them, adopt! You have children then. God. Fuck yeah. And
Okay.
these are the same people that are just like, uh, don't abort, adopt. Everyone charges over that, but then completely neglect the fucking adoption agencies that is overflowing with children.
I don't know. And she says, despite our deep desires and open hearts toward these roles, being a wife and my mother, God has chosen to not fulfill all of those desires in either of our lives. As a younger girl, I believe that the ultimate fulfillment and climax of my life would come from being a wife and a mom. I would spend hours upon hours dreaming of my future and was sure God had created me first and foremost to fulfill those specific roles. As I grew older, I slowly, very slowly discovered that altogether, marriage and motherhood are extremely valuable roles. They are not the ultimate purpose for my womanhood. They are not the ultimate purpose for your womanhood. Oh, your ultimate purpose as a woman is the same as.
But these two constantly go on about how their womanhood is the correct function of womanhood. That's the whole shtick. They define what womanhood is.
Okay. Oh my God. We're both gonna. I'm gonna go. They go on to say that your ultimate purpose as a woman is the same as every other human being on the planet, male or female, black or white, tall or short, introvert or extroverted. It doesn't matter. We as human beings share a foundational purpose, and it doesn't have to do with being married. Okay, in the Bible, it clearly emphasis that basically implies and it shows that men are more valuable and more important than women. It shows it when it talks about how women can't have spiritual authority over men. They can't teach them. That women have to just get married and have kids and do all the housework and provide for the family. It says it right there, and they're contradicting themselves.
Of course they are. They're female Christians.
And
They
they're
have to.
oh my God. Okay. She gives four things that women were created first and foremost for. Oh God. Well, the first one is for God's glory. When God created very first humans, he gave them the ability to sing, talk, dance, laugh, create, work, and do so much more. Everything about their lives
But
was
not
intended.
think.
Not think. It's this
Or
everything about
have
their
morality. Or have any concept of morality.
everything about their lives was intended to bring God perfect glory. Despite how far we've come from those perfect days in the garden, our purpose
Because
remains
we
this.
were mindless robots. We were just automatons, puppeted by God. That's how it should have been, according to these people.
Oh, and here they go on to say, this first point should be the foundation of everything you do. Don't believe the lie that you were made for you. You were not made for your glory. You were made for God's glory.
Hey, people, don't enjoy your own life. Do it all for God.
Oh my.
Suck that ethereal dick. God damn it. Whichever one. Bethany?
Yes.
God damn it, Bethany.
This second question is to declare his praises. She lists a few verses. I'm not gonna read them. And she says, you get the idea. We were made to declare God's praises. There are dozens and dozens of verses that encourage this praising God lifestyle. Declaring God's praises should be totally intertwined with your existence. The more your mouth is filled with praises for God, the more satisfied and fulfilled you will be. Oh my. I'm. Oh my. I'm.
No. Keep on going. I can't.
Yeah, I
I
can't even.
can't even. I can't even try to formulate a good response to that other than what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah. The third question is to become like Christ.
Oh well, that's a physical impossibility. One, Bethany, quit, Chris, the other one. You don't have dicks. You're not a contradictory makeup of 100% God and 100% man, or 50-50 and being a demigod, but demigods aren't allowed within Christianity because monolatrism went into henotheism, went into monolatrism, which went into monotheism, and y'all reject monolatrism and henotheism. Yeah, you're humans. You're fucked up all because of some people way in the past ate a goddamn fruit. You can't become Christ-like because your
Well,
ancestors, your mythological ancestors, ate.
it
They
says right.
consumed food because you can no longer become Christ-like because of that, and
She
because you
said.
don't have a dick.
She says if I play darts, I have to focus intently on the bullseye in order to aim my dart in the right direction. In the
Yeah,
same
that's
way,
how aiming works. That's how throwing shit works. If I want to throw something at my fucking fridge, but I'm looking over and aiming my body at my door, I'm not gonna hit my fridge.
she says in the same way, we have to focus on Christ in order to aim our life in the right direction. Becoming like Christ should be the bullseye for life. Your life isn't ultimately about looking cool, being popular, making stacks of money, getting the right job, or having a perfect family. Your life is about becoming like Christ and reflecting Him through every choice you make.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't that last article all about making a perfect family? And now they're saying it's not to make the perfect family. Fucking hell, they can't even stay consistent between articles. How did these two get popular? I
I
don't get it.
I don't
I don't
know.
understand. My cat should be more popular than these fucks. And he just sits there being all adorable until he wants to attack you for no reason.
I'm gonna go on and read. And number four, to make disciples. Oh God. We were created to tell others about Jesus and help others become more like Him. Your life should be constantly focused on creating Christ followers. Single or married, every woman is capable of doing this. No excuses. In fact, it's a command, so this point shouldn't even be optional. Wow. Just wow.
Do what the thing with the dick says. It's not an option.
And this is okay, and I think I've said it before, maybe not to you, maybe to others, I don't know, but I'm gonna say it again. When I was a Christian, I had this really just this amount, so much pressure, and I kept it to myself. I didn't share it with others really. I just kept it to myself, and that was one of the reasons why it became a lot harder on me. But anyway, I having the pressure to turn others to Jesus, as much as possible, and to spread the gospel to as many people. That was so hard on me because I was like, I'm in a position where I can't travel. I can't, how I would just really get myself worked up about it and would get so stressed out because I wasn't able to go out and turn people into disciples. And that's one of the reasons why I was like so hardcore on online because I wanted to make sure that I got the message across, and I wanted people to come to Jesus, and just that, and saying, and just reading how that it's not, um it's it's an order, and that it's not optional. It just really makes my blood boil.
Oil, yeah.
I'm, you know, ugh. Uh, Anyway, she goes on to say, I'm so grateful that God has given us as women such clarity for our lives. We were made for Him. It's so simple, yet so complicated. Our true purpose never changes. In fact, this topic reminds me of that quote I pulled from my journal and shared with you all in a previous blog. This is what she wrote in her journal. When people ask me if I want to get married, I say absolutely, but not just for the sake of having a husband. I want to join forces and serve God in ways I couldn't serve Him as a single. My goal in life, whether married or single, is always the same: serve God.
You gotta pump out those babies to keep on worshiping, make more people worship God. Because that's all God cares about. Worship. Seems almost like he's a
Yeah.
megalomaniacal piece of shit.
That's one of the things that I'm not saying about every single Christian. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying to these like Bethany and Kristen and those evangelical, like really hardcore Christians, is their main purpose of having children is just to make more followers of to believe in God? Is that their only main reason for having kids? And if
Yeah.
that is so wrong. That is not the purpose of having a child. If you do, that is not the purpose. I mean, me being family oriented, I come up in a huge family, and I couldn't imagine thinking that just having, you know, creating more creating kids just to worship, a deity, and uh, oh my god. Anywho, she says, thankfully, God doesn't leave us empty handed on our true and ultimate purpose. Those 4 points I shared are only the start. Those points are the roots of your tree, and everything else should grow and branch out from there. Keep in mind, since God did create men and women to be different, we need to pursue His best plan for us as women. And if you are interested in studying the practical side of your womanhood, I would encourage you to check out passages like Titus 2, Proverbs 31, as well as the book of Esther. If you really want to gain a deeper and more thorough understanding of your womanhood, check out Girl Defined, God's radical design for beauty, femininity, and identity. That book is filled with everything you need to know to begin building a solid foundation for your womanhood. I'm done. I'm done. And oh my god, and radical. The word radical is a very extreme word when using it, like when it comes to certain things, and or even when not. It just, this word itself is really extreme. The other blog post, they said, choosing to pursue radical purity in your own life. Oh, and did I mention that they do conferences and where the area that they live in, Texas? They actually have the money to have this girl defined conference, and they promote their own propaganda even more to young girls. And I've seen pictures and videos of the conference. Majority of those girls are young, like from young kids to teenagers to young adults. Ugh! Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if anyone has bothered quoting Second Timothy at them, and I wonder what their reaction is. I kind of want to have one or both of them on my show, on my actual main series show, the Thought Crimes, just because God, I am so perplexed by these two.
They will never do confrontation. They won't. They're the type of people, just like Morgan, Paul and Morgan. They'll preach, but they won't. And when someone tries to question and challenge their beliefs, they'll just they won't say anything. They won't. They'll just
I
stay aside.
it's just I'm more curious about how they reconcile second, because I know most people say, "Oh, that's a allegory. Jesus didn't say it, so man said it, so don't have to abide by it." But I have to wonder what they'll, because they seem to be the whole biblical literalists. Everything in the Bible has to be true. So I have to wonder what they'll take on it. Is this the one thing in the Bible that just can be ignored? Is metaphorical? Is circumstantial? What? I have to wonder because these two seem so goddamn inconsistent in their ideology.
I and they also, oh, and they have another blog post about the feminist attack on God's design for womanhood.
God
Okay,
damn it.
let me be okay.
I don't even like third wave feminism. I think it's a joke. But god damn it, are they honestly gonna try to say feminism ruined Christianity?
I'm a feminist, but I'm not like a third. I'm not like I don't I believe in equality for between men and women, for equal pay and for women's rights when it comes to our own body and an abortion and so on and so on. I disagree with how the feminism movement is turning into the wrong direction. It is. It's a lot of feminists nowadays are promoting that women are better than men. Men, they don't matter. Like, we're better and we're stronger. I don't agree with that. I mean,
Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
honestly
the stronger is objective, got like
stronger.
overall
I think they.
falsehood.
I think they mean. I'm assuming they mean like um everything. I think like physically, mentally, and emotionally, or
And
spiritually.
yeah, I mean, physically stronger. I mean, we're sexually dimorphic species. Men are, on average, physically stronger than women. Of
Yeah.
course, there's a hashtag not all, but
Yeah. So I mean,
men are stronger than women
yeah.
on average, on a very wide margin. Your average man is gonna be stronger than your average woman.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are things that, I mean, they're just natural that men, yeah, okay, men are better than women, but that's just, or women, and then there are things that we are better than men at. That's just normal. That's just how it is. It's not uh to be cocky or to it's just natural. There are certain things that men are better at, are stronger than us, and I have no problem with that. But when it comes to saying that men are less than us, I have a problem with that. That becomes a problem, and now, I mean, and with all the third wave, the feminists, they're giving all feminists a bad name, which means you're scared, or not even scared, but you're nervous to like call to be identified as a feminist, because people will think, oh, you're crazy, you think you're better than men, screw.
Yeah, and personally, I like the title egalitarian more because I don't care if you're a guy, if you're a woman, if you're trans, if you're some made up, I don't demigender, some made up bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't care what you are. I want you treated equally.
Yeah.
I want you to have the same opportunity to do whatever. I don't want there to be I don't want there to be equal outcome because that's not equality. I do want there to be you have a failed chance if you want to try to go and apply to someone, I want you to have the same opportunity, same chances as whoever else.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't want there to be like quotas. I don't like, yeah, okay, we have to have 5 women and I have to have this many women, this many people of color. Like, no, I don't want that. I want there to be equal opportunity. I want the moment you start going on saying, "Oh, we need diversity and whatever," you lost me. Just plain and simple. Just because to me it sounds like you're trying to implement a quota. You're trying to say, "Fuck everyone else who's more potentially more qualified. We need people to match this one demographic so people don't get angry at us."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I prefer to say I'm an egalitarian because I don't care what you identify as. I may think it's stupid, but I want you to have the same exact opportunity. If you want to go in and try to be a mechanic at my job, you should have that right and opportunity. Realistically, it's not going to happen, but you should have that opportunity to at least try. Just
What do you mean, like realistically? Like what do you mean by that?
it's a physically demanding job. It's a lot of heavy lifting. We have to actually lift up transmissions and shit.
Oh, okay.
With
That's what you meant. Okay. No,
yeah, just
oh
like
yeah.
it's a physically demanding
Yeah,
job,
I like personally,
and
I don't
women
think
typically don't get
I've
that. They won't get those positions because they're on average are physically weaker.
yeah,
If
I've
you can prove
personally
you
in
can
my
do it, have at it. Go do it.
yeah, personally I in my life I've never I don't think I've ever seen a female mechanic. I think they've all been guys. Like that's just how it.
It's more common. I've seen a
It's
few female mechanics that like there was one female mechanic at a different yard we used to have.
hmm
Uh, we've since lost that yard. It's now owned by CSX. I don't know if she still works there or not, but I know when it was owned by Norfolk Southern and Polsec was the one that was uh, subcontracted to it, there was a female mechanic. She was not someone you wanted to fuck with. Like you so much as looked at her wrong, and you may have had a fucking 10 millimeter crescent, not crescent wrench, 10 millimeter wrench flying at your face. Which I don't know why she was throwing the 10 millimeter. That shit is priceless. You never know when you need a 10 millimeter, but when you need it,
Oh
you
my
can
god.
never find it. Always throw your 12 millimeter, people. Nothing uses 12 millimeter.
Anyway. Oh my gosh,
Sorry,
these.
that tangent aside. Yeah, these people, these kind of people, they do ruin what feminism is because they're trying to say it ruined God. I'm sorry,
I
Christianity. Like, how conceited do you have to be to think that humans, very not omnipotent, very not omniscient, very not really anything in a cosmic sense,
oh my gosh, they do a
can ruin an omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, omni whatever fictional deity.
they actually do a side by side comparison. It says, "What do you think? Does this sound like modern feminism? Let's zoom in a little more and do a quick side by side comparison. We'll focus on God's instructions for young women." Okay, so one side is love your husbands, and then on the feminism side it says feminism encourages liberation.
You can
The
still
second
love your husband and be liberated, whatever the fuck that means.
the second one is love your children, and then in parentheses feminism praises abortion. Oh,
No!
oh my
There are
god.
feminists who have children who love them. What are these people? As far as I know, the only thing for abortion feminism is going for is if we should have that right. Which,
I know.
yeah,
I
yeah, they should.
I hate
But it
that.
doesn't encourage. No one encourages abortion.
I know, right? That's what I can't stand when people say,
What?
"Oh, you love murdering children," or "Oh my," just because I'm pro-choice. Oh my god. Okay. And the God side says be self-controlled, and apparently feminism promotes the wild woman lifestyle. How the heck does that promote wild woman lifestyle?
Who cares?
Honest,
Who cares if it does?
but how does
Who
that?
cares?
Oh my god.
Who cares? I don't get it. I don't get it. Who cares? If you want to have a wild lifestyle,
Yeah, that's
who cares? If you want to go to parties, if you want to get drunk, if you want to fuck everyone you meet, who gives a fuck?
the second. Another one is be God's design, be pure, and then feminism fights for sexual autonomy. Oh,
Are they trying to say women should not be in some sort of control over their sexuality or their sexual autonomy?
I'm
Are they actually trying to say women should not have a right over their own bodies?
well, in the Bible it does say
Please,
that.
please tell me they are not trying to say they don't have a right to their own body.
I,
Lie to me if you have to.
I can't lie to you because they believe the Bible, and the Bible says that women, they own the husband's body, and vice versa. The husband owns the right, owns the woman's body. So technically, no. In their view anyway.
Fucking hell. These two bitches are gonna be the death of me.
Okay, and then oh no, and it's oh no, God. This one, God's instruction: be working at home. And in parentheses, let's be real. The feminist movement has encouraged women to get out of their homes and out of the bondage of homemaking.
Oh no!
Uh,
Some women want some jobs. They're destroying God. Fuck! Fuck me! Fuck me! Holy shit!
oh my and then God's instruction: be kind. In parentheses, it says feminist movement has been one of anger and bitterness. Well, I do agree to some extent. The feminist movement in itself, like the word and the meaning, it's not, but it's the people, it's women or whoever is a feminist. It's them as a person and how they choose to view things and how they react. It's not the movement, it's not feminism itself. It's the people, what they choose, how they choose to act. So yes, oh my, whatever.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to be screen sharing for a bit because this has to be done. Shale. Oh fuck! It's already going way. Oh shit! That was so much. Go.
Oh my god, I should
is
read
my
the comments.
screen still being shared? It is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see you. Yeah, I see it. I'm trying to read the birth control is something, but is okay. Oh crap, man, I should get into all these conversations. Hold on. It's not in your it's not on the channel, it's on their blog.
I know, but I know what I'm doing.
Oh no, what are you gonna do? Are you sharing everyone the absurdity? Oh god.
No.
Sexual longings in this. Oh god, this should be good. I'm actually gonna new tab. I'm actually gonna Are you still sharing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go on your channel. Oh. And I'm gonna read the comments.
There we go. Okay. Now it's time to end the show very quickly. Oh fuck! How do I stop? Stop.
What is it doing?
It was so many layers of fuckery.
How come I can't
Go back to my channel.
I can't see the comments. Why isn't it showing the comments?
Which
I'm on your channel and it's the live chat isn't is there a live chat? Do you have a live chat going on?
Yeah.
I can't. Why isn't it popping up?
Probably because you joined late, so they're all okay before I came in.
Darn it.
Okay, well that was my comment for them. Okay, yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else can quite be said other than these two, Bethany and the other one. God, I can never remember her name, even when it's just told to me. It just kind of goes in and immediately is rejected.
Do you want to hear the last one of their
fuck. Go ahead.
God's instruction and be submissive to their own husband. In parentheses, it says, if there is one thing you will never hear the feminists promote, it's biblical submission. Feminism encourages women to rebel against submission and to be their own authority.
Nope. That's all I have to say. Nope. Because if I say any more, I'm just gonna be getting angry. No, I refuse. No, nope, not gonna, nada, no. 9.
You okay, Lee?
9.
This blog, when I was a Christian and when I was a fan, yes, I had both their books. I read both. I was gonna go buy
I'm
it.
sorry.
I actually read almost every single blog post, and they have over 100 of them.
That's the ones. That's the ones including. That's not including the ones they deleted because, hey, they try to say homosexuality is really wrong, and they got really bad response to it, so they deleted it.
Really, I did not know that.
Yeah, they had one saying that homosexuals should be like chemically castrated.
Oh my
god! Like it's that wrong. They should not exist, and it got so much backlash they deleted the blog post. But the internet never forgets.
Nope, those who have seen it will never forget.
Or if you just go to the archive site, because everything has an archive, just go to that. Boom, there was the video. There was the blog.
Yeah, and I've seen it that it's not the first time they've done a post or video about homosexuality or and being transgender. There was one blog post about is like the homosexual propaganda or something like that, or along the lines of that. And
I'm sorry. Are the two propagandists saying that homosexuals propagandize?
yeah, it's a whole
The ones
yeah.
saying, "Hey, we just want equal rights," are propagandizing, while the two that are actively saying, "Follow this or you will be tortured for eternity because we're so holy and we know better than you." Or do they honestly have the gall to say that the ones trying to convert everyone are not the propagandists, while the ones trying to convert no one are the propagandists? Because I can tell you
I'm
right now, if they are saying yes, they can suck every inch of God's dick. Every inch.
Oh my, are you kidding me? Oh my, oh no, oh god, oh no. I'm going through there. They, oh, don't tell me they roasted Beauty and the Beast.
The live
It's just,
action or the original?
no, it's the well, okay, I think it's the live action one. I mean, I honestly didn't
Okay,
like it,
okay.
but it's talking.
To be fair, to be fair, if they roasted that one, I can't say I disagree.
Well, no, they're attacking it because of what's his name being gay.
Gaston?
No,
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 not Gaston.
the other
No.
one. The what's his name? I forgot his. Uh, dang it! What's his name?
I don't know. Oh no, there was a gay guy in the movie.
That's
It's
why.
ruined.
Okay, you
I
know
wonder
what?
how they feel about Endgame because that no more. I don't know who all is watching. I don't know who all is going to end up watching this. Not saying anymore. Never mind. Ignore I said that. I said nothing. Fuck you if you think I did.
Okay, and this is written by Kristen Clark.
Oh, the other
I
one.
was
Okay.
yes, I was sitting outside working on a writing project when I first got the news. A text message popped up on my phone from Zach's her husband, that said, "Check out this article, babe." I clicked this link and it took me to an article titled "Beauty and the Beast to feature first exclusively gay moment in Disney movie." My first thought was, "Oh no, you've got to be kidding me." But then my next thought was, what else would I expect? Since that moment, I've read dozens of comments from all sorts of Christians regarding this movie. How could Disney put a gay scene in a children's movie? Why are they shoving their
I
agenda
don't
down our
know.
throats?
I don't know. Why did they make a movie where there was a goddamn genocide of a whole people by Mulan? Why did they make a movie called The Little Toaster, which scold people for life? Why would they have Lilo and Stitch, in which there was a fucking interplanetary alien of nothing but destruction? Why did they have? I can ask why would they do that in so many movies? Hell, Moana. Why did they have a fucking goddess of destruction turn into an evil lava monster goddess? Or
She goes on to
or
say Disney is not a Christian.
or the Little Mermaid. They had this bitch get legs, lost her voice to talk, to go try to marry a dude she could not talk to, and at least within the original books, when he said no, threw herself into the ocean and became the fizzy white shit in oceans. I forgot the word. Um, sea foam and became sea foam. She committed suicide because a dude said no to marrying her. I don't know. Why does Disney do a lot of shit? Oh, that's right, because Disney is fucked up.
And she goes,
In Toy Story.
"Oh no, oh
What if a
my
toy dies? The kid is just playing with a corpse. Or in the third Toy Story movie, well, you have them all preparing for death. Just the first one, when they're all torn apart and put back together, different ones. It's just amalgamations of the Toy Story. Disney is fucked. Ifs and no ifs, ands, or buts. Disney is fucked. It doesn't surprise them that they would put a gay character who, let's face it, is a side character. They're not important. It's not like they played a major part in the movie. It was just a gay guy in there for gay guy's sake. That's what it was. It's
And
not
she
like
go-
he was a main character. It's not like it was Belle or Gaston or the Beast or the Candle or Chip or anyone else. It was just a random guy who was in there for like what, 2 minutes, if
yeah,
even.
yeah, she goes on to say Disney is not a Christian company. Disney does not use God's word as a moral compass. Disney does not uphold Christian values. Disney does not fear God.
Of course, they don't follow Christian values. Walt Disney was a Jew. They follow Jewish principles. If they even follow them now. I think now they're more just this bland, noodled Judeo Christian values that just tries to appeal to the most amount of people possible. But the dude they're trying to say sort of, he wasn't even a Christian. Of course, he wouldn't follow Christian values.
She goes on to say, therefore, we should expect the worldview of a non Christian company to come out in its content. As one Christian writer said, many are crying out, how could Disney do this? Maybe instead our question should be, what took them so long? From now on, we should be expecting the homosexual worldview to be prevalent in most secular movies. Yes, it's very disappointing and sad, but it shouldn't shock us. Rather, it should remind us that this world is lost and in need of a savior. This world is.
Oh no! Some people I don't like that exist are in this movie. How depraved. How awful. How God hating. Because a person that lives away I don't like is in here. The other one. If I said the world was depraved because I saw your ilk in a movie or just wandering around, which let's face it, I'm in the Bible Belt. I see your ilk all the time. Um, I, I could always say the world is depraved. The world is lost in a psychotic haze, believing in an invisible friend and enemy. Y- You're a narcissist, the other one. You think the world has to evolve around you and your ideals. It doesn't. It won't. If you think it does, kindly fuck off into a hole.
They should go. They should make their own. They should go to a private island and own their own island and have just Christians live on there. Seriously, like uh, instead of trying to make everyone else succumb to their own ideology, they should just if you're not going to accept what's out there and what everyone's other people's beliefs, either accept it, don't, or accept it and just move on and don't shove your beliefs down other people's throats, or just go to a place where either majority of the people are Christians, or go to an island and have your own people there.
But that's the thing. They can't even say that because the majority of Americans are Christian. They agree with the other one.
Even
They
Christians
agree
are in
with
disagreement with
Bethany.
other Christians, because Christians are in a disagreement within their own community because of Christians. Not all of them have their own Christian beliefs and of how they view the Bible, and it's just ridiculous. Anyway,
This is
so
upsetting me. I need to eat away my feelings.
you don't want me to continue on because she lists questions of whether or not should Christians see this movie. You might as well listen to it.
Fine.
Fine. Okay. So she says, this is should we go see this movie? That is $1 million question. Many of you have written to us here at Girl Defined specifically asking if you should go see it. Instead of looking for a yes or a no answer, you need to think through this with wisdom and discernment. Or should we go see this movie? Decision-making process should be the same for every movie. We need to have consistent biblical standards in what we choose to watch or not watch. Just because this movie has some homosexual themes doesn't make it any worse than a movie that has some heterosexual sinful themes. Sin is sin. Regardless of which movie you're debating about seeing, I encourage you to always use these 4 questions in your decision-making process. Question 1. Does this movie glorify and highlight sin, or does this movie portray a certain aspect of the sinful culture we live in? Oh my God! Every secular movie is going to have some sort of non-Christian worldview portrayed throughout the movie. As Dr. Albert Moeller, I can't pronounce his last name, says there's a difference between culture being infused into a movie and a movie glorifying a particular sin. For example, I really enjoy watching Planet Earth. God's creation is beautiful and amazing, and I love seeing it in HD. The downside is that evolution-based theories are mentioned here and there. Evolution directly opposes God's word in Genesis 1. However, in the case of Planet Earth, it isn't necessarily highlighting glorifying evolution. The theory of evolution is simply infused within the worldview of the movie. Make sense? For me, I clearly understand God's truth. I choose to give him the glory for his amazing creation. Therefore, I do not have a conflict in my consciousness when I watch Planet Earth. Oh my God. The the second question, can I watch this movie with a pure conscience before the Lord?
Sure.
Can you watch the movie without compromising God's call to be pure and holy?
Sure.
Pursuing purity and holiness is what sets us apart from the lost world. We are God's children.
It's fiction. Boom. There you go. It's not real. It's not real. It's not. Just say it's not real. There you go. It won't affect your purity or any bullshit like that. Then again, I take that same approach to your bullshit God. It's not real. It's fake. It's a fiction. It's fake.
Question number 3. Will God be glorified by my choice to watch this movie, or will he be dishonored?
Probably dishonored because you exist. Let's face it. Existence is dishonorable to God because it doesn't matter what we do, we sin. If we breathe, we sin. If we think, we sin. If we shit, we sin. If just existence is a sin.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That sums it up.
Who cares if what you're gonna do is gonna dishonor God? Because you existing dishonors said God. And I don't know about you, but that's a pretty shitty God to worship.
Yeah. She says the choices we make can never be 100% neutral. We can either make a choice for the glory of God or for the glory of something else. We live in a fallen world, which is why God commands us to do all for the glory of God. If God can't be glorified by our decision to watch a certain movie, we shouldn't watch it. So it would be dishonoring God if kids watch like Arthur or SpongeBob and
Okay, now I can kind of understand the SpongeBob one. I can kind of understand that one.
But
I'm sorry. Post 2007 SpongeBob is just bad. Everything before the SpongeBob movie, the original one, fantastic. After that, it just got bad.
I never
real
watched.
Fast.
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob when I was little. I wasn't allowed to.
To be fair, I wasn't allowed to watch it in my living room or any room of my parents because his laughter annoyed the fuck out of them. And looking back, I can completely agree. That laugh is definitely rage-inducing.
Oh my god. Okay, we're on the last question. Will I cause a
Ooh.
weaker brother to stumble if I choose to watch this movie? What you choose to watch will affect the people around you. As Christians, we're a part of a greater family within the body of Christ. Our decisions should bless our brothers and sisters in Christ, not hinder them. Even though that
You're not responsible for other people's actions. You're not responsible for what other people do.
oh
You're
my god,
not.
oh my god, what she says next, like contradict. Oh my god. She says, in the end, I am not going to tell you whether or not you should go see Beauty and the Beast.
This whole thing was saying don't watch it because gay guy.
She literally just, throughout the majority of the posts, has been listing
Gay
off
guy bad.
reasons.
Don't watch.
Oh
And
my.
then at the very end, but don't worry what I say. I can't tell you what to do. Gay guy might not be bad. God, I'm sorry. If you're gonna have a shit opinion, stick to it. If you're gonna say something, have the balls, have the goals, whatever, to stand by what you say. If you have a shit take, if you have a really shitty hot take, stand by your really shitty hot take.
Yeah, and then she says, as you prayerfully decide whether or not to see Beauty and the Beast, I encourage you to use the 4 questions from above as your guide. In addition, I encourage you to seek other wise and biblically based counsel. Wow, I need a counsel to see a movie.
I'm willing to bet she thinks that Veggie Tales is like as hardcore as you can possibly get without crossing into sin.
Oh my gosh. I'm done with this. I've lost more. I need to watch something smart or do something smart, or I will lose more brain cells. I need to give my brain
I need to go
cells.
get some food, and because I'm dog watching, I live about 30 minutes away from anywhere with food. So
Thanks everyone for paying attention to this and suffering along with us.
yeah, if you're gonna blame anyone, blame Sassy. This was her idea.
Hey,
I just agreed.
don't blame me. Hey, you're the one.
I just agreed.
Don't blame me. Hey, I asked you if I kept asking you before I went on to more posts, and you said sure, why not? So
Yeah,
it's
I just
technically
agreed.
your fault.
But you're the one that brought it up. I just agreed. This is because of you. You own it. This is your fault.
No,
You're
I'm
to
an
blame.
angel. I'm an angel.
You're to blame. Wait,
I'm
no,
an-
you're not. No, you're not. You're an atheist. You were by definition baby eating demons. Don't you know that?
I'm innocent.
That's part of the contract of signing up to become an atheist. You have to eat at least one baby a month. I'm sorry, but angels don't eat babies.
I'm innocent.
Then no, you're not. You're not an evangelical Christian.
Everyone in the comments can say I'm innocent.
Thank you, Spooky. Spooky said hashtag I blame Sassy. Let's get that trending.
Oh,
Let's
really?
get that trending.
Really?
That's going to be in the description of this video now. If you enjoyed this video, share it with hashtag I blame Sassy.
Oh no! Don't you get that going? I do not want to see all over hashtag blame Sassy.
No. I blame Sassy.
I blame You know what? Oh, so if I see that starting a trend.
To be fair, I won't be able to post anything till Sunday. I'm in Twitmo.
Well,
yeah,
that's
I'm
your
gonna
own fault.
after that.
You need to stop.
I'm gonna be a lot more careful. I'm gonna be leaving conversations once it starts to get with me anything past wow, you're stupid, I'll be leaving. Hey, thank you, Bad Tempered Badger. He also said hashtag I blame Sassy.
No, Badger, don't betray me! Don't betray me, Badger! I thought we were friends! I thought we were friends!
This is great.
That's not great, that's mean! Oh, great. I am going to see it all over now. I'm going to be tagged like a million times on...
Yeah.
Oh, thanks a lot, Lee. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Not... Oh, I'm done with it. Okay, I'm done before everyone else starts roasting me.
Badger just said, you linked me to this, Sassy.
I gotta go.
All right. If you enjoyed the video, one, seriously, do share it with the hashtag I blame Sassy. Just hit the like button, subscribe. I try to have bi-weekly bi-weekly. That's once every 2 weeks, right? Yeah, I think so. I try to have content about once every 2 weeks. Interviews for thought crimes, or just random videos like this. If I can't get anything like this, I'll put on some gameplay for however long my internet allows me to before it just kind of says, nope, the stream's gonna fail. Hopefully that doesn't happen too often, but it has happened before. I've been Lee, and this has been Sassy.
Bye.
I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.